turn my face over here. Okay. Your free GroupFunnels account includes access to over 16 apps. There's even more of them, and I'll just read them off when we get there. GroupPages is essentially your landing page and marketing funnel builder. It's also your Wix and Squarespace. ClickFunnels cannot do brand websites with full navigation. They actually use WordPress for some of those other sites. They talk about just funnels. And then we're going to talk about how we're different with SEO, and we're going to basically show a really, really big difference. GrooveSell, that's to sell your digital products. Groove Affiliate does your affiliate marketing. There's GrooveMail, which is kind of like ActiveCampaign or All the Power of Infusionsoft or Kartra, but more powerful, easier to use, more affordable, and just overall just more fun. We have automations. If you're familiar with Wishlist or Thinkific or Kajabi, yes, GrooveMember is out. It works. It's absolutely gorgeous. Why something like Groove Video? Hey, I even use YouTube for anything I'm doing. You look on groovejb.com. Mike, why don't you put your money where your mouth is? You're using YouTube. 90% of my videos are going to last for like 3 or 4 days. Hey, JB Partners and Affiliates over the next week. Get it up to YouTube. Go. I don't need all of the the automations and things. But when I want to get Ninja, I load that video to Groove Video, and that allows me to do split testing. It allows me to, if somebody sees a certain part of the video, I can drop a tag. If they don't see it, I can drop a tag. I can make an add to cart button disappear. I can put a lock gate that says, and I can, the video can say like this. So that's part 1 of the video. If you want to see part 2, in about 3 seconds, a little opt-in form is going to show on. Just enter your name and email address to unlock part 2 of the video. And then it pauses the video. They got to enter their name and email address, and then they can see part 2. We could say things like, to see part 2 of the video, just click the share button to share on Facebook. And so we have all of that stuff built in. That's what I call Ninja. So when we need that for our marketing, trust me, you're going to see that. But if I need a quick JV video, we integrate with YouTube, Vimeo, Wistia, everything like that. GrooveProof. Brian, you've heard of, give us a thumbs up if you've heard of, what are they called? Proof, use proof.com and FOMO, fear of missing out, or if you've heard of Provely, right? Those things are like $39 a month for 10,000 impressions. $59 for the amount of impressions we have, we would have been $299 a month to get a proof widget, right? And we just include that free. I even forget that we even have that. Sometimes I need to, to remind people. It's a little thing that bounces and says, hey, Jim from Australia just signed up 2 minutes ago. It increases conversion. You want to be able to get a, so those things are ready now. And then the following, these things here are all going to be coming December 31st. So if you want to get away from Zendesk and Helpdesk, which costs us $49 per month per user, we have 20 people on a Helpdesk. Can you imagine we're paying thousands of dollars a month just to have a Helpdesk? We can't wait to move off. Groove Calendar, nothing special.
Yeah.
Right. It's crazy, right? Groove Survey, Groove Quiz, Groove Cart. Folks, you're getting today for free. You can build unlimited stores better than Shopify. I'm going to do a quick demo like that. You're going to freak out. The new user interface looks exactly like the Groove brand. There's Groove pages now for Groove Cart. We've got 15 different site templates. In fact, I even have built over here, you can actually see the default template that comes out. Now check this out. You go into here. Now, Groove Cart for e-commerce, Brian, I don't know if you ever saw this. This is now Groove Cart. Remember the old Groove Cart? This is what Groove Cart looks like right now. Yeah. So this looks like our regular Groove, right? All of your settings, everything. Now check this out, Brian. I go into my page builder, and this page that you're seeing here that I want to edit, if you know anything about Shopify, you're going to start drooling right now. Check this out. This is how you can now edit your actual pages. You want to change the background of your button. You just change your background color, all these different things. Now over here in your pages, we had to get Ninja here. This is more complex than Groove pages because these are your regular pages that would create like a website like Apple, right? You want a rich content website like for DJI Spark. They got to be able to show a website. But when you get to your store that acts like Amazon, well, that's where you need all of this complex stuff, right? You want to be able to design your category page, right? That's all of these dynamic things. You want to be able to design your upsell page. You want to be able, here we've got 4 different upsell pages. You want to be able to design your checkout page. Shopify doesn't let you do this. You want to be able to drag over a countdown timer. You've got this now. And folks, this is free. Everything I'm showing you right now is free, 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 free. When you go to MediaMash.com /free Groove. If you're just joining us, don't sign up just yet. We're going to talk about that in a minute because there will be an offer and that redirects when you get there. So, but we'll get there. So let me show you just one other thing, Brian, about how cool we're going to exit out of the builder here. To go back to the admin panel, and I'm going to show you like how nice it is like to just like set up a product. So we give you some dummy products. So we go to my products. You can do all the things. I'm not going to do it here in the demo. We got way too much. Right? Yes, you got coupons, discounts, all that different type of stuff. Let me see if I can even open up the apps here in a new window. Yes, I can. So in the apps here, Brian, you know all the things like Wheelio, like spin the wheel and all that stuff. Well, we have all of these different designer apps. Oops, I clicked on the wrong one there. We'll just got to open that up here. So this right here, look at this app. You want to design a t-shirt, make it black, go over here to templates, click on military.
Okay.
I honestly don't have the time to blow people away, completely here. Now we can't see it on the shirt, so I've got to click on this and find the color palette over here. Let me just see here. Oh, that's because we got this thing above it. Find out, oh, there's our color. I think we get this, right? I can, start changing, the colors here to white, like this, etc. All these different things, right? So, and then I want to do the back of the shirt. I go to the back. If I want to change the product, let me just see. We change product. I can design sneakers, pillows, coffee mugs, all these things. When I'm done, I simply go over here to click print, and then I can download it with the t-shirt, which is the base, or not the base, what I need just for Printful. So yeah, so that is completely what you have for the designer. Let me just go back to GrooveCard here. I wanted to show you all some of the other apps here, folks. This is just like just incredible. So on our apps in the App Manager, we took the top 25 best apps that are in Shopify. Most of them we built into the app, but if you wanted to actually be like an app, like a little winter coupon, we even have something that even simulates what's that thing when you go to Namecheap that's always suggesting the coupon code for you. I forget what it is. It's always saying, oh, we found 3 coupons. Like I forget what it's called, but we even have that type of stuff built in. But here it is, like the spin the wheel. You just activate this, and now you can have the spin wheel for prizes and things like that. Over here, when you actually go to like edit a product, we've completely redone the user interface with our UI kit that everything looks like GrooveCell. So here's all the information about your product. This is where you do your description. This is where you do your SEO, what the images look like when it's shared. Advanced settings here. Your images, if you want to add another image, you just click here, make this the cover, add a video. Like this is the tiles that you see at Amazon where you look at the different products. Pricing and variants. Your wholesale cost, here are all your variants where you can change the color and change the pricing for large, blue, all those different things, your settings, how you want your one-click upsell. It's the easiest thing. It blows away Shopify. And folks, you get it for free. Do me a favor, folks. Put a 1 in the chat if what you just saw there seemed pretty exciting. And upgrade on the entire use of the platform. I'll talk about the differences between the free and the paid. And we're going to $299 a month very, very soon, which is still pretty good, $3,600 a year. If I pull up this slide right here, you take a look at what GroovePages is. Well, ClickFunnels is $299 a month with the education. If you need something to sell, the Samcart, ThriveCart, an affiliate program, ActiveCampaign, Kajabi, Vimeo, all these things cost you $17,500 a year. You'll be able to pay $1397 just once with us. On top of that, with those other things at 17, sound like Joe Biden. Is that 2,040? 17,500 a year is about $1,500 a month. You don't realize it starts adding up, but even $1,500 a month. I even got to say, with the other guys, it's not that much to run an online business. Like to run a brick and mortar business, that's your rent. But why pay $1,500 a month when you can pay us $1,397 one time? Imagine being able to run your business and you'll never have another bill in your business ever again. So let's move on now, Brian, to the sexy stuff. We're going to talk about GroovePages. All right. So everybody, when we started developing GroovePages, somebody came up to us, and these are all my previous demo sites, from years back, and I'm doing a demo every day. So when we started doing Groove Pages, we had somebody in our Facebook group. Thank God for this guy. I thought he was a thorn. He wouldn't shut up. Will you be able to do mobile first indexing? Even Matt Naus, who knows everything about front end page, he was like, yes, with mobile. He was like, you're not understanding what I'm saying. Will you be able to do mobile first indexing? Yes, we'll have a way. And he said, no, mobile first indexing literally is a Google term that says they are going to index mobile first. What are you talking about? Can you send us a link? He sends us this. Mobile first indexing. You can Google it. This comes up. It's called developers.google.com. This was in April when we started developing this. I'm going to zoom this in here. Google put together an entire site on how you need to build your websites. They call it mobile first indexing. We just kept hearing, is it mobile? Is it mobile? Yes. This is Google saying we will only index your pages if they are designed to be mobile first. So if you have a page that is the same as the desktop, you better pray that it was right. And they basically said, starting July 1st, 2019, which passed about 4 months ago, mobile first indexing is going to be enabled, and that they're going to serve that site. Let me talk about why Google is telling you that they want your site to be mobile first. 72% of all web traffic now, and that's an old link. That's about a year old. 72% of all web traffic now is mobile. How does Google make money? Google makes money when you're on their page and you keep coming back and have a good experience. Here's what happens when you grab your mobile phone, and I'm going to use my Apple remote here to represent it. You go to Google and you search for something, and then you click, and like the headline is shifted, and like it's not made for a mobile device. You know what you do? I'm just going to do it when I go home. Google just lost money. They don't want you. In fact, they're going to penalize you. They are going to drop you to the dregs of society because they want people having a pleasant experience on the device, and they want the pages loading fast. And I'm going to show you an example of my wife's site that I leave looking like scoring not as great as desktop, that I can show you a point how serious Google is about it. They now don't want you using PNG images or JPEGs or GIFs. They want you using what's called next generation images, called SVGs. We're going to talk about that right now. So here's the next thing that you can do. I encourage all of you to do this on the side. Make your browser small while I'm talking if you want to humor me here. We're going to go to something called Google Page Speed. Why do we do this with Google? Well, hey, if I'm going to be getting judged by Gordon Ramsay, well, I'm going to use his cookbook, right? So I'm going to go to Google Page Speed. This is developers.google.com. Let's break the internet. Let's put in clickfunnels.com and click Analyze. And this thing is going to start screaming, basically saying, why are you torturing me here? I'm going to go to my wife's site here. It's called fitnessfoodfun.com. This thing just loads really fast. It's actually a static page. We're going to go to Google Page Speed right now again, and I'm going to type my wife's in, and I'm behind the ClickFunnels page, and we're going to click over here, and we're going to go back and forth. This is my wife's. This is ClickFunnels dying 86%. It's like Google is saying, I can't even make it to 100. What are you doing to me? My wife's is done already. My wife's is done. We're going to have to come back in a few minutes because Google is struggling to figure out what in the world is going on here at ClickFunnels. So let's get a lesson here on why our sites are so good. Okay, so Google is scoring my wife poorly, a 74. Let's look how they put her on a desktop. Well, look at that, a 96. Folks, if you've got a real page out there that you've built with WordPress or another funnel builder that scores better than a 96, let me know in the chat, and I'll give you $500 worth of Groove gear at the store. But you could save yourself some time. I had Mark Ling on here yesterday. He is an SEO genius. He said, Mike, can you put my site in? He says, I'm just curious. It was a 66 on desktop and a 47. And he knows WordPress. He was a WordPress SEO genius. Google rewrote the game. If you are not using Groove Pages, you are going to be paying more for Facebook ads, more for Google ads, and being shunned by SEO. There's a movement right now going on. The entire SEO community is not only moving to us, they're working with us, asking us different ways to improve, to make it even better. Things like making dynamic copyright and all these different things. So why is my wife's site a 74 on desktop? Well, let's take a look, okay? When I pull up this particular funnel that made my wife's site, it's right here. We're going to pull it up right now, and we're going to call it Brian Anderson Test, BA Test, BA Baracus, right?
You know,
so
you're an 80s guy now.
An 80s guy, right? And honestly, that like just came out, and I was like, who is BA Baracus? Is that like
That was
from
my
the A-Team or something like that? All right. So if you look at this page right now, what do we have? A logo. That's actually not text. That's a logo. We have a person representing the brand, right? A person here. Peter is a successful. Let's look at Michelle's site. Oh, well, look at that. She just filled in the blanks with the headline. Michelle is a successful Zumba instructor. And then down here, she's got this image of Beta, who's the owner of Zumba, that she took with them at the Zumba convention or something like that. So why am I showing you this? Well, this photo right here, it came from my wife's iPhone, 16 megapixel photo. If you actually looked how big this photo is, it could wallpaper my room. Google doesn't want you using these photos. All of our royalty-free images are all optimized and would score you a 96. But my wife went in and used these pictures. And I said, babe, like she understands what I'm saying, you need to go to convert to next generation images. What are you talking about? Look, go to the site and you upload your image and it'll convert it to an SVG. Yeah, so I said, you know what, leave it. This is going to be perfect education for me to show people. So all of these images here are already optimized. When you change them and you click here and you click configure and choose image and upload, but good news, December 1st, we're adding an engine that's going to ask you if you want to convert your images to SVG. The quality goes down a little bit, but only gets served on a mobile device. Why not do it and make Google happy? The good image will show on the desktop because Google doesn't care. They're scoring us a 96. Type a 1 in the chat if you're learning something here today about SEO and excited that you can get this. There you go, right? The ones, we're getting here. So let's take a look over here at Google Insights, 74. And all we got to do, they're telling us right here, server images next generation format. It doesn't like it. We can even drop down, and it's telling us that it's JPEG, it's too big. They want you to convert it to an SVG, but they're not penalizing us here. Let's take a look at ClickFunnels, shall we? Or did they break the internet? All right, folks. 7. But let's not be mean to them, right? This is mobile. Let's look at the desktop because maybe they got a lot of images and they didn't next gen their images. So let's be fair and look at them on the desktop. 37. Right there should tell you everything. This is their homepage. If you want to put your websites, build your websites with something. And so how do you handle that objection? You say, we don't care about SEO. We don't care about SEO in this company. The beautiful thing about funnels is we can show you how to get traffic with Facebook and affiliate partners and blah, blah, blah. Google doesn't like blah, blah, blah. They make it seem like who cares? We don't even want our pages indexed. Okay, that's what you say when your pages don't rank, right? Our pages rank instantly, and they're gorgeous. The templates are absolutely gorgeous. So I hope that made you happy to understand why our pages are so good. Take a look at this. When I click on this image here, look what I also get, an image alt tag. That means we can actually put in SEO alt tags here. Other builders don't even have these things. The next thing is when you look at these things, like if I actually click over here on the source of this page here, let me just click, I gotta get to the actual block to see the actual source here. What you'll see in here, and look how lightweight this code is. That entire block is this light. And if I scrolled in here, what you would basically, I'll save you the bore, but be fine. This is basically an H1 tag. So when our designers make these pages, at ClickFunnels, they have headline, paragraph, headline, paragraph. Google is like, what is going on? You have 72 H1 tags on your page. Forget you. You're just it's not out. We have no more than 2 H1 tags on our page. We know that every new block should be an H2 tag. We know what an H3 tag is. Our guys go to school to learn how to make our templates for you so that Google just absolutely loves them. We use no framework. There's no bootstrap. It's lightweight. Our pages are built with literally just HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, which you need for countdown timers. And that's what Google absolutely loves and adores. So how did my wife do this background over here compared to this? Well, let's just click on the background. What should we choose over here? Looks like we should choose background, right? Well, let's go over here and change this image. And, my wife's website is dance, right? So we're going to type in, let's just type in dance fitness. And we're going to hit enter. And all of these royalty-free images are going to come up. I think this looks great, right? So I'm just going to click that. It takes about 5 seconds to load it to our library. 4, 3, 2, 1. There we go. I click select. I can change the dimensions here. I never do. And I'm going to click center there onto the canvas. These things you don't got to worry about, folks, here, whether it's auto or contain. You always want it to just be a cover, right? That means it will always size. We got a problem here, right, Brian? You can't read the text all that well.
Can't see it.
So what do we do? Yeah, so what do we do? Do I start messing with the text? No, look at this. I'm going to give it a background color. What is my site theme? It's kind of like a blue or a purple. So I'm just going to make it blue. Well, there goes the picture. Now what do I do? Well, we just drag the opacity. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? You just drag the opacity. Now we have no color, a little opacity. If my site had more of a red tint, if I was doing like Ferraris or something, I could do that. Not that I would use green, but if I was like forest and stuff like that. But I kind of like the way that blue just does it. I can even do like a black and just add just like a gray gradient or something like that. Folks, if you're as excited about this as me, I don't blame you. I'm so happy that we have this tool. Check this out. I could actually hit this parallax here. Let me click the preview button to show you what the parallax means. I think you'll know what it means if I don't scroll. But with the parallax, look at that. I've got the parallax background. The background doesn't change with it. If I shut the parallax off, well, you click the preview button, the background moves like it should. Okay.
Nice.
Yes, I'm not going to demo all of these things for you that it should do. It should have, can it do drag and drop and place these things anywhere? Of course, we can delete. What I want to show you next is the mobile first indexing stuff. That's really, really important. So the first thing I'm going to do for this example is I'm going to, with permission from everybody, for an example, I'm going to create a Frankenstein design. First, I'm going to show you the problem that everybody has, even with Kartra. You had to clone a block and say, show this block on mobile, show this block on desktop. And then when in your visual editor, you saw all these blocks, and it was a pain in the neck to work with. And ClickFunnels has these things that say show hide on mobile. So this is what happens with those things. You say, you know what? I only need these 3 words, and I just want to make this look gangster. Look at that. Nice and big, just like that. But now I go to my mobile, right? And that might just look a little bit too big. Let me actually just hit the undo button there and actually get the text back and make this big, because I want it to look really terrible on mobile for this example, right? Let's say I make it this big. And on mobile, that is just too big, right? I think we all agree that's just too big on mobile. So then on my mobile, I'm going to take this text and I'm going to say it probably looks better something like this. Let me just get rid of that. Bear with me just a second, folks. I'm having a little problem with my my burger menu, but I'm not going to worry about it right now. But you see the headline there, right there. Now the problem is if I go back to the desktop, it looks too small. So what do we all do? We create this happy medium and we go with something like this. But what if I really want this to look massive? Because it just looks good. Not that it does, but what if I did, right? And what I want you to notice is the reason why all of these are pink, it's for a reason. It means I'm designing for every single device right now. If I go to mobile, this is just preview mode right now, folks. I'm still designing for all my devices. So intuitively, what would you think I'd have to do if I wanted to click and just focus on mobile? Well, we just said it. You just click and focus on mobile, everything shuts off, right? So check this out. I'm going to go back here just for a reason. I'm going to turn this color blue or red. Not that I would, but we're going to make it ugly because I want to show you something later. Oh, hang on a second. I want that red for all devices. We're just going to do that one more time. Even that red is fine. Now we go here. Of course, it's red and it's too big. So let's say on a mobile device, I want this here. I got to remember, design only for mobile. I want that font. I'm going to make it really small for this example. I would never make this small. I'm going to make it white. Now, on a vertical laptop, iPad, let's make it a little bit bigger. And I'm going to make this one green. Never would, but let's make it yellow so it stands out a little bit more. So over here, we have white. Over here, we have yellow. This is a horizontal iPad. Let's make that a little bit smaller yet. And we're going to make this one like blue, okay? And I want you to notice something also here. See, the text is lined to the middle. Over here, it's aligned to the middle, and it's aligned to the middle. That's because I'm not competing with the man standing over here. Watch what happens when I go over here. Well, the man is no longer there, but now we've shifted this because it's getting a little bit bigger, and I can justify the text center or left. I'm going to make this a little bit bigger, and let's find a nice color over here. We'll choose like a medium green, and now we have this large here. Now, why did I do that? Because when I click preview, we've now designed it for the desktop. Watch what happens as we start shifting the browser down and detecting not only the device size, but your screen size. We're going to go to a laptop any second here, folks. 3, 2, 1, laptop. It just served up a new page, and in this case, only that headline I said to change. Now we're going to go to a horizontal iPad. See that? We went to that blue and centered it. And now we're going to go to a vertical iPad, and now we're going to go to a mobile device. This is mobile first indexing. You can literally design your sites now and say, I like the way this looks, but then you have the ability to say, let me see how this looks on a mobile device. And you might see something like this. This doesn't look good, right? The way that finally now is breaking over here. So you might want to, let me just hit the undo button here. You might want to take this, reconnect it like this and make that font a little bit, whoops, remember, mobile only, otherwise I'm on all the devices, and I can make it a little bit smaller onto 2 lines like that. I'm just giving you an example, and then I can go and say, now let's see how this looks on this device. You know what? I think we could go to here. No, I don't like it on 3 lines. That's good. Let's look at it on this device. Nope, I'm going to bring it back down because it's crossed my barrier. Let's see how it looks on this device. Hey, I can go really fat here. Nope, too big. And now let's look at it on the desktop. Find that spot here on the desktop, and hey, on the desktop, I can go massive. I hope you're seeing the power of being able to have a beautiful site designed for each device. Do you know all of this code, when I look at it, it's very, very lightweight. All of these slightly little different divs is basically saying this device, this device, this device. So folks, I want to show you a couple of other things that we can do that are really, really cool. Check this out, Brian. See this button right here? Watch this. I'm going to click delay, no, not delay, animation. You know all those things that you can do with Keynote? Watch this. Bounce, oink, right? I can put a little bounce just like that. If I want to make this thing flash, I can make it flash. I can do that with an image, right? If I wanted to slide in from the left, I think you get that. All the Keynote stuff we can do. If I want to do the Belcher button, right? I simply go here and I change that. I know that that button is yellow, and I know that the text was like black or dark blue, right? So we'll go with a really dark blue. There you go. I've just created my Belcher button, right? How do you make a pill button, you know, with the rounded edges? Oh, well, very, very simple. You simply go to the border, and, you know, we can get rid of the border. We can give it the little Steve Jobs border, right? He liked the little rounded ones like that. He hated squares. Or if you want the completely round, you go all the way and you just create a pill. If you want this thing to hover when you go over it, well, select it and click on hover, and then give it a new size. Let's reverse it. Let's make it the background dark blue, and let's make the text yellow. And I've basically just reversed it. So let's see. Look at that. I've just created the reverse hover effect. You can't do this stuff with the other builders. When you actually start learning how you can do all this stuff, it's just really fun. If you actually just start like dragging these drag handles like that, I hated putting this in, but members wanted it. I really want you to be left, center, middle, top, middle, bottom, all those different things. But people wanted it, so we've added it. You want to make your button bigger, just like that. You can do all of these different things. It's really, really cool how easy you can actually design this stuff. Okay. Now, On top of that, let's take a look over here. We designed these things so that you can get an example of what the menu is going to look like, but I'm going to exclude all of these additional stuff here because we actually don't have any pages. This is the home page. But check this out, Brian. I'm going to add some pages. I'm just going to pick some random pages here. I'm going to show you the URL importer in just a minute. Let's pick this gorgeous theme here. This is the actual theme that we designed for GrooveCon. So every single page that we've designed for you to use as well. So here we go. We've got another page. What do you mean, Mike? You're saying every page that you've designed, we have access to? Well, let me put my money where my mouth is and show you if this looks funny right here. Why does that look familiar? Let's see. Let's wait for that to load. Because this is the GrooveFunnels website. We've since changed it, but that's another page for you. Let's add one more page over here. Look at this. We started with an infographic for our company. It was too hard to keep updating and telling the members. We wanted a living, breathing infographic. So we created this infographic to tell people what's coming. What if I were to tell you that in here, and we have so many templates, folks, I might not even see it in here, but I'm going to see if I actually see the infographic as I go down through here. These are gorgeous templates designed by our 5 different designers here. And hopefully I didn't, oh, look at that right here. You now have an infographic that you can change the colors to. Let me go on to, so you want to go in here, change this background color, not a problem. Literally, it's this easy, okay? That's simple, folks. Let's go add one more page here because I'm doing this for an example. We'll scroll down. I'm going to go way down to the bottom to some of these more recent pages that we have. Photography, website, online community, single course, membership course. Let's just pick that for giggles here. And look at this. Now, you're noticing all of these navigations are starting to show up. And we're going to talk about that in just a minute. Let's actually change the name. Let's go to my original page here. And let's start changing the names of these pages. Let's rename this page the normal About Us, right? Watch what happens right here to page 2. Let's rename this the Contact Us page. You can't do this with ClickFunnels. And what's the Squarespace, folks? Can't do your marketing landing pages and funnel builders, right? We're going to call this the Media page. And let's call this the no, I'm going to do this on purpose. Thank you page, right? That's a thank you. All right, well, look at that. We now have all of our pages on our site showing in our navigation. The only thing is I really want the contact to be next to home. So watch right here. What would you do? We'll just drag and drop, and boom, you got contact and about. It changed just like that. And I really don't want the about the media here. I want that in a drop down. So, well, what would we do intuitively? Drag like that, and I've just created a drop down menu. Okay, and Mike, but your thank you page where they can download your free report is shown. Yeah, so what do we do here? Well, you've read ahead, right? So it's hidden pages. Boink, we get that out. It's no longer showing in my navigation, just like that. Hey, Mike, I also have a question because I have a help desk, that I do have with Zendesk, and I have a membership site that I need people to log in. Ooh, that's tricky because these are pages. No, it's actually not. You click here on the menu. This is how you design it. If I want the fonts bigger, what do? Make our fonts bigger, right? Once you get used to this, folks, I'm telling you, it's the easiest thing in the world. But if I want to put some external links, how many do we want? I need 2. Well, what do we need them to say? Support, we just said, right? Right? Where do we want that to link? To a page in GroovePages? If I do that, you see all of my pages will show up. Or I could say to a block on this page, a pop-up. No, I wanted to go to an external URL. I'm going to leave it saying Google because I'm not going to type in a help desk right now. We want that to open in a new window. And what was the other one? We said we need something for the login to our old WordPress site that we've had for years. So we simply link to a third-party URL, say open in the window, update, watch what happens here. Just like that, you've now added full navigation to this website. Folks, this is making your life just so easy. Look at this page right here, MikeFilsaime.com. Look at this gorgeous page. It's a friggin' template in here, guys. This is a template that I just took one of our templates and I changed some of our photos, and I needed more of these because we have so many products. I simply clicked on a section and I clicked clone, and I create a new section. If that's not good enough, let's do something that ClickFunnels can't. Let's go into our blocks here. Look at this. I can actually go into these content blocks here. These are all my favorites, so let me get out of my favorites. We have a ton of favorites from our designers, but look at this. I can take any type of block, and that's content, and just drag it over onto the canvas, just like this. Finn, if you're watching, this is what I was saying, is that it's not bringing in the preview, so we've got to go in here and click on background and just make it back white again. Okay, big deal. But we're fixing that little bug, and I called my developer about that. Excellent to be on. Brian, that's why I was telling you earlier today, get Finn a link, because when I was doing that demo that was starting, you want to change this picture? What would you do? Let me show you an even cooler way. You need some testimonials, right? You simply go down over to here, and let's grab, this looks pretty darn good. You just drag that over here, just like this. Let that load. Remember, you want to change the background. This is an image. Just load an image back there. This is like a gray opacity over it. Let's change this image to who gave us a testimonial. Well, let's just go to our library, find Angie Norris. Let's find this guy right here. We'll put him in just like that. Watch the picture change when we click update. Just like that, we're changing our images. What else do we have over there? We have things like teams, right? All the different teams who built your project, your progress bars, right? We drag this thing over here, and you want to have a progress bar for your upsell. Well, is this just like always going to say that? No, look at this. My progress bar, I want to say 50%. So I actually changed it to 50, and now I change the text to match, and I click update, and just like that. And if I want to change the color, where do we go? We go to design, we change the background, we make that more of a call to action red. Can't read the text anymore. In fact, I don't even like that red. So let's make it more of this kind of red here. Let's now change the text to white, and just like that, you can design gorgeous stuff. You want the border not to be round. We've learned that before. You can dial it down a little bit more like that. Okay, so next we have a wireframe blocks. I'm not going to get too much into it, but basically what these are ones that you just want to design it yourself. You want that Ryan Deiss style checkout page. Well, that's this one, baby. You just drag this in. You now have a checkout. Where did I drop that thing? Oh, there it is. You now have a checkout page. You want to add more bullet points? No problem. You simply click clone, and I've just added another bullet point. You want to bring your testimonials, right? You just drag them right into over here. This is your placeholder. You click configure, and you can change this to an embed code or a GrooveSell or any third-party checkout. You've never seen something that Google's going to love that's easier. I have to tell you, I'm not kidding. Donna keeps telling me, Mike, we have David on the team for a reason. When you want to change to the website, just tell him. Because that's the way it's always been, right? Who wanted to get inside of the page builder? Now with this, you're like, I just a typo on the page. I'm going to go in and fix it. It is such a pleasure to use this. Look at this over here, line spacing. We can make it tight. We can make it wide, right? We have all different types of bolds, black, all these different things. That's for the entire thing here. Let's go back to normal. What if I only wanted to do something like this? Watch what happens when I let go of the select. Oh, I get this cool inline stuff to just make it easier, make that font a little bit bigger inline or a little bit smaller, et cetera, right? Nothing that you can't do with this. This Facebook icon over here, we click configure, type in something like money, and I want to change it to that. I click update, and just like that, we change that to money. Now, I think I didn't change the color there as well, so it defaulted to what the picker was. So we change it by doing something wrong. Color, white. We see the design. Maybe this will help. Oh, that was a background. Okay, whatever. I think I got to go to the font to actually change the front of it, but that's the way the icons work. So let's talk here about elements. So if you want to be able to create, let me find a place where I can demonstrate this better. I want to bring two columns in right to here. Why would I want to do that? Because I'm laying out that I want to put over here a YouTube video, and I want to add an image, right? So that's how easy it is. You look at the different layouts we give you. 1 column, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then you could clone and stack and stuff like that. This is all the stuff for the SEO, H1 tags, your paragraphs, your bullet point lists. We have really exciting stuff like this. You can pull in a mobile phone put that right here. Let's get rid of the image instead. We don't need the image. Let's change that to the darker version. And over here, I pulled a motorcycle up in my last demo yesterday. Let's just use that so we don't have to waste time watching me upload from the library. Click update. And just like that, you can do mock-ups. You know all those mock-up software where you want to do laptops, desktops, iWatches, you can do all that stuff. If I want to simply, move that over from positioning, I can center it, all that good stuff. I'm going to stop with the elements, but folks, there is so much stuff that you can do here. You want to drag a custom embed. Brian, what city are you in? I'm going to drag in a Google map over here.
I live
city are you in, Brian?
Peachtree City, Georgia. 30265.
So I just dragged the map over Peachtree City, comma GA. One word is Peachtree.
One word Peachtree and then city. Yep.
All right, we're going to click update, and just like this, we just put a map that where we're located. Right? Folks,
right.
I'm telling you, there's nothing you can't do. I'm going to spare you doing this because it takes me time to load a couple of images, but basically we have this thing over here called a carousel. I don't see it. Let me see if I can find it. But carousel. So I can drag a carousel over, and basically when you go to configure, you basically say like I want it to loop, I want it an autoplay, I want it to play every 2 seconds. My developers, they think like programmers. Instead of making it 2 seconds, it's 2,000 milliseconds. I want 3 slides. Let's just do it for the fun. Let's load that yoga up there. Let's load up that motorcycle since it's already in the library. And let's load up that other background that we have over here, the sun, fun in the sun over there. And just like that, I click update. And just like that, I've got one of those sliders that you see on WordPress. And there's 3 little dots over here, and there's like an arrow for people to slide through. But you can, if I click the preview button, you're going to start seeing the slides go. So folks, this is new. We've added now funnels, right? So what we have with pages is this is your brand website, your MikeFilsaime.com, your Groove, GrooveDigital.com, BrianAnderson.com. You would have your pages here, but you don't want people seeing your funnel pages. So here you go into your funnels and you click here, and you basically can look at our pre-made funnel templates or choose from our existing library. In fact, here's the other side. See, single page, you can import a page, and then you're basically organizing your funnels the ClickFunnels way. This is your funnel drawer, if that makes sense. Next, page needs a pop-up. So we click on pop-up, create new pop-up. What page do we want it to land on? Which one of these pages we created? I want it on the home page. I'm going to name it home exit, right? Hard to talk and type at the same time, guys. And then I make this an exit pop, and I simply just drag this over, click it, and I design it. I think you get that. I showed you how you can change the backgrounds and all that. We're having beautiful template ones made. These are all the wireframe ones. We'd say we now have a pop-up. Now, I can take this here. Watch this. I'm going to create one last thing, and we're going to wrap up this demo for Groove Pages. But I'm going to show you how I'm just going to call this my button pop-up, right? This is a standard pop-up. It's not an entry or exit. It's a standard, and it's on this page. I'm just going to choose this one right here because we want people to opt in. I'm going to click Save and Exit. I'm going to go to this button right here, and I'm going to click Configure, right, because I'm not styling it. What do I want it to say? It should remember what was here. That's a bug. Get your free coaching, blah, 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 session. And we link that now to the pop-up, and it's going to say, okay, great, which one? The button, not the Heim exit. And we click Update, right? Let's let that go. We click the preview, and over here, we have a pop-up that will load just like that, okay? Now, over here, I want to show you a couple of other things that are really, really cool that the others don't give you. Number one, we have your revisions. We've been auto-saving automatically for you. Here's another thing, Brian, when your laptop is dying and it's saying 3%, and you're saying, honey, do me a favor, get my laptop charger. I can't, I'm in the shower. You're like, where's my charger? And you've been working on your ClickFunnels page for 3 hours, but it's live. It's already live, but you've been working on it. Screw it, let me save. You know what happens with ClickFunnels? All your work just went live. They don't have a difference between save and publish. We let you save, and then publish when you're ready. Isn't that silly that they don't
Great.
have that? Like even today, you have every change you're making on the page has to go live. You can't save your work, and if your battery's going dead, you have to hit the save button. Take a look at this over here. We also have export site. You want to download your entire site and leave us one day, we don't hold you hostage. The other guys do. Let me tell you something else we have. You want to share your page with someone else, you just click share funnels, and you get a link to share your page or funnels with somebody else. You can treat it like a Google Doc. Who can view it? Only people with this email address or anybody that clicks on the link. Also, we also have this.